To convict Manson, the prosecution's entire case depended on one of the murderers corroborating their theory. On December 2nd, 1969, 4 months after the death of Sharon Tate, the last of the murderers was captured. Linda Kasabian surrendered in New Mexico and returned to California.
I talked to her, and the only conversation I can tell you is I said, keep your mouth shut, and keep it shut in that jail. Don't talk to anybody about this, ever. I can't describe what she told me, but it was scary. The whole thing was scary.
At that time, Linda Kasabian had few options because Susan Atkins had already turned state's witness. According to Gary Fleischman, he had Kasabian sabotage Susan Atkins' testimony while they were both in custody to bolster her bargaining position with the prosecutors.
I had Linda pass kites to her in the jail. A kite is a little letter saying, in Charlie talk being, the DA is your lawyer, Charlie is the DA, nonsense like that. And this Atkins was a little nuts, and she then refused to testify. So now they were left with Linda, period. And then negotiations started. First they offered me murder in the second degree. I said, no. Then they offered me voluntary manslaughter. I said, no. She was technically guilty of first-degree murder as an accessory before and after the fact. So we typed up an immunity agreement. And the immunity agreement said Linda Kasabian will receive immunity if she testifies to the truth in the so-called Manson murders. The truth is as follows. I knew exactly what was necessary to convict him. And whether that was the truth or not wasn't my business to decide. That was Vince's business. I said, Linda, if you testify to that, you're going to walk out of that courtroom. We filed a very detailed motion to get the case out of LA County. It had like 100 newspaper clippings. And I claimed that the bad publicity was instigated by the prosecutors. And that's enough to get the case dismissed, at least on appeal. But when we went to make a deal, we withdrew the motion.
You should have seen my face when I was sitting in the courtroom and Linda came up with a demure, this little gold cross that she was fingering and got up on the stand and said, I'm just an angel sent here from heaven to tell the world that Charlie's the devil, not Jesus Christ.